I'm sure over the past 2 to 3 years, you have noticed a marked increase in the number of pitches that you're getting, but also, and even more, I guess, noticeable, particularly for me, is that the level of guarantees that you're being pitched, the performance minimums, the money back guarantees, everything has become so much more impressive if it were actually true. But really what it is, it's just become more outrageous and more outlandish. And there's a few reasons for that. There's a few books and videos and influencers that have come out and influenced the marketing space. And what that's created is a lot of people who don't know actually how to deliver on said claims, know how to write what is supposedly a good offer or a good pitch. And so what I want to do in this quick video is give you a few questions, a few things that you can think about when you're evaluating your next agency or growth partner, freelancer, whatever it may be, to really understand whether they can deliver against the claims that they're making and what they're saying they can do for your business. So I think firstly, it's really important to understand, why are you not jumping at these offers? Because if you believed what they could do, then we'd all be jumping at them and we'd all be growing our businesses by astronomical amounts in very short periods of time. And it's just not the case. And I think I've given a clue as to why that is. And the fact is, you just don't trust them. And so let's talk about the elements of trust in this context, which I think are important to help you evaluate these agencies, these growth partners, so that you can choose the right one. And I implore you to use these same tactics when you're evaluating us, if you do continue the conversation or wish to speak with myself or my team. So I think there's two key elements of trust in this context. I think the first one is proof. And so proof is really, have they got a track record of doing what they say they'll do? And so you want to be looking for things like testimonials, case studies, even reviews, if they're the type of business that is on sites like G2 Crowd or Trustpilot. And in these case studies and in these testimonials, you want to be looking for proof that they have driven similar or the same results for businesses like yours over a sustained period of time. At least 2, 3, ideally a lot more over a number of clients. And so at least in our business, we're always talking in revenue gains, in ARR or MRR. And so our case studies talk about the revenue gains that we have created for our clients in a defined period of time. Now, sometimes due to NDAs and other reasons, our clients don't want us to, divulge that type of information. And in lieu of that, then the next best thing is that we talk about bottom of the funnel conversion metrics or other metrics that we can talk about, other performance gains that we can talk about that naturally imply an increase or lead to an increase in revenue. And so look for case studies, look for testimonials, look for reviews on their website, ask them directly. Now, you may want to speak to some of their clients or some of their past or people who are featured in their testimonials. Some agencies may allow this. We have a policy of not allowing this almost in all cases. And look, the reason for that is just because we have sometimes 20 to 30 calls in a week with prospective clients. And even if it's just 20, 25% of those, that's a lot of calls and a lot of time that we're asking for our existing clients to give up every week to speak with people. And I'm just not prepared to do that. Our clients didn't sign up with us to go to work for us. I want our clients to be focusing on their business, fulfilling and working the leads and the qualified sales opportunities that we're sending them and grow their revenue so that we can both benefit. So don't let that be a deal killer. Just understand, I think there's good reasons for that sometimes. Now, we talked about proof. I think the second element in this context of what's in the trust equation is skills and abilities. And so when you're thinking about or looking for skills and abilities, obviously the proof or the testimonials is a key part of that. But a couple of other things that are perhaps a little less obvious that you can look out for. Are they focusing too much on tactics or tools or the latest AI software? If they're doing this, then what that tells me is that they don't have a proven, repeatable process or framework or strategy that they've used to get businesses like yours the same or better results that they're saying that they will get for you. ultimately that's what you need to have faith in, and you need to know that they've done it for a business like yours before. And so one giveaway is, yes, just relying and talking about tactics and tools and that sort of thing, but that's not always, they're not always going to do that, and that's not always going to be a dead giveaway. So you can ask them more probing questions, and what you're looking for in these questions is, do they have they already got an answer for you that demonstrates that they have a process, they have a framework which seems intelligent, that is born out of the insights of your audience and the way that your product or your service changes or transitions your target audience into a better after state. And so questions you may want to ask them is things like, okay, so what if results don't come as quick as expected? What is your process to turn results around? So you want them to tell you things like, okay, well, we're going to look at the results, we're going to measure, we're going to have systems in place to measure, we're going to come up with a hypothesis that is based on your customer insights, we're going to understand, we're going to look at the different ways and the different value propositions that you have for this target audience, and we're going to try a different frame of messaging. And we're going to measure that, we're going to take it out to the marketplace, and we're going to measure the efficacy of that. Something along the lines. You want to know that they actually have thought about this and they have a process. Another question you might want to ask is, what's the process you go through when we're targeting a new audience segment? Again, you want to understand that you want to believe and see that they have a well-thought process that is intelligent, again, that is based on the insights of your audience and the way that your product or service can transition your target audience into a better after state. Ultimately, that's really what marketing comes down to. It's about the transition that we make with our products or services for our target audience. So those are just a few things that you can think about when you're evaluating your next agency or growth partner to make sure that you have more trust in the partner that you decide to go with, and weed out those that you know are not right for you. So hopefully that was helpful. If you want to speak with our team, or if you've got a call scheduled with us, I look forward to speaking with you. Just click below if you haven't got a meeting scheduled, and there should be a link there, or apply to the email, and we'll get a time set up. Thank you so much for your time, and hope to speak with you soon.